Mic check. Test 1 2. Just making sure everything sounds good. Got my mic in a different position now, so actually putting it closer to my face this time. So I was able to finagle some things, so. What's good, Noah? I see people pouring in. I see y'all. Give it about another minute. What's good, Get Chill? I see y'all. I see the chat. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the live. Figured I'd let the song play out. I know it's not gonna get monetized, but fuck it. That's not why I'm making this. So, if anything, I'll probably just put it on my Patreon, where YouTube won't try and attack it to hell and back. But what's good, y'all? Today is a Good Friday. Not that it is like Good Friday, but it is a Good Friday. Because I was well rested, went to work. It was a productive night. We had our little issues with the leaking water on the floor. I don't know what the hell's happening there, but we had a good workaround. So, and I've been. Let me brush up people who aren't aware of what happened. What was it? The other day? The day before? What's today? Friday? Wednesday. Nunu and I were in a live, and I got a notification from my phone. So I decided to look and see what it is. Meanwhile, I'm blitzed. I'm not paying attention. I look and I see that what I think is a comment saying, that I was mentioned in a post or something. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What's this? I go into it and it starts playing audio, and I'm high as fuck. I didn't realize. I thought it was taking me to Nunu's live on my phone. I didn't realize it was a video. I was so out of it. I was like, oh, this is a video. And then I read the title and I'm like, that's when y'all saw me looking down at my phone and I started grinning like a psychopath. That usually happens when somebody's coming at me with like some dark energy and I'm completely unbothered, because this is what happens when you go to therapy. When the devil attacks, I grin because I know that they're not gonna really do much. It's not gonna work. Their attack isn't gonna work because I am protected. I also have a little sword, bitch. I get the. I'll pull a Mita Grams on you. What's good, Mr. Reed? What's good? Rich, what's good, bro? Wayne, what's good? Nunu, my sister, what's good? We know you about to get Diego, what's good? But yeah, it was a video, and I have the screenshot of the title. Nunu already went off. For those who were in that live, she went off for a good little while, and I just let her go. I let her go, because she was also the target of this video. And it's called 10 Minutes of a No-Neck Having Whale called Nunu Nation Being Transphobic Towards Me. And then it has in parentheses, read description. You didn't spell description correctly. It says read disc. but you know, whatever. Who am I? You're like 12, so. And it says here in the description, all I did was tell her to stop typing and mind her business in a Discord. And her wannabe goth Pitbull tried to come for me. So that's, if you're wondering where the title of the video came from, that's where it came from. It was an insult. Shit. So here's 10 minutes and 25 seconds from two of her recent lives, trying not to name drop me, but still being transphobic and twisting the narrative. And her little pet didn't have the chest to stop her lame ass friend from being a transphobic rat either. At Nix's Cartwright 5521, that's me. Yes, hi, hello. And her beluga of a sister's live stream so you can report for hate speech, harassment, and bullying. And she linked two of the live streams below. That video has since been taken down, but I am an evil bitch, and I downloaded that video before you could take it down, sis. Yeah, that shit that you tried to put on YouTube, it's mine now. Congratulations. This is what you get for fucking with somebody who's gone to therapy. I grew up on the internet, baby. You gonna have to do better than that, honey boo boo. Cause I've been using a computer since 2010. Actually, earlier than that. So, I know how to save things. I know how to archive things. I know how to move things around. I'm not a hacker, no. I can't hack into your shit. I can't proxy into your computer and look through your webcam. But I'm not an idiot when it comes to this internet thing. So why did this little thing get so upsetty spaghetti? Let's trail back to what was the date? I have these. Let me see. What date was this? I didn't even bother to get the date. Did I? Am I? So so your girl's kind of stupid. Hold on. I can rectify this. You're gonna have to excuse me. Charge it to the Benjamin. Boop, 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 boop. Aha! The 9th of May of the year of our Lord 2026 at approximately 5:20 p.m. 1723. Well, that's when it happened, but the first comment came at 16 o'clock on the dot. 1604 p.m. This little thing decides to speak out of turn, wasn't mentioned, wasn't spoken to, decided to interject in a conversation that my sister happened to be having with somebody that she knew very well and trusted. And it says, Nunu, stop typing, mind your business, God bless you, with a heart. Now, I don't know how dumb you think I am, tramp, but you must not know that I know how to read sarcasm even through text. I'm gonna flex my nerd shit here. I'm gonna come off as a complete dork, but I used to role play D&D games online, and a lot of times we had to make sure that we could understand each other through tone. So over time, I learned how to read things like passive aggressive comments, sarcasm, backhanded compliments, underhanded comments. So my eye is very keen to this sort of thing. And this isn't paranoia. I've had Discord since 2014, y'all. I'm probably one of the oldest people on Discord who's had it. That's why I've got that little opal badge. I've been in the Discord streets for a very long time. You are new here, sweetheart. So I clocked obvious disrespect. Nunu responded, of course, with confusion and hurt. And she says she's going to continue minding her business. And I stepped in and I said, hey, watch your mouth. We're not finna do that. And then I see disrespect again. Because, Nunu, of course, checked her for, coming at her out of the side of her neck. And she said her choice words. She lit her ass up in that chat. I didn't stop her because I wasn't the one who caught the stray. And Nunu's a grown ass woman. She can handle herself. You think I'm gonna step in the way of an angry dog if they just got a fucking rock thrown at them? Hell no. I'm stepping to the side. I'm gonna be like, oh, you wanna throw shots at my sister? At her of all people. That's the one you wanna antagonize out in public? Really? You really want to do that to yourself today? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't do that, but you know what? I'm not gonna stop her. One of the three. Oh, y'all talking about the Drake album? Yeah, I heard it was trash. I didn't react to it. I didn't listen to it. I don't like Drake. It's fuck Drake in this house. So yeah, Nunu fires back, lights her the fuck up. This little thing responds with, the leave Discord button is available, so is the delete account button. I didn't ask if your mama was dead. We all know, because you keep bringing it up to us. I said what I said because it's true. You're riled up now because I clocked your behavior and was trying to nip it in the bud before you opened your mouth like last time. Again, a little just, and even if I heard this like in person, that would get me riled up because that's obvious, very obvious aggression here from this thing. Again, I'm busy with my mother on the phone about actually important shit. That's a little downgrading, that's a little condescending, but we're going to continue. Save your paragraphs for after I get off the phone. So clearly it's trying to establish some sort of power dynamic. I'm sensing a lot of aggression in the tone here, some deeply hidden animosities that's just now rising to the surface. References to past iterations of behavior that she found unpleasant, but just didn't say anything until now. So this seems like a lot of built up over time resentment now being brought to the surface because, she got triggered. She got an answer that wasn't desirable to her, and so now all of the previously hidden animosities are now rising to the surface. The virus is now rising to the surface and is now visible to everyone in public. So I see this obvious disrespect. I see the escalation, and I see the potential escalation because their pattern of behavior has suggested aggression. Even in earnest way, it's just aggression. And so this type of aggression clashing with Nunu's type of aggression is not good. That's not a good mixture. So things got escalated. So I escalated. I matched energy, actually. I know exactly what I said. I'ma read it word for word. I said, respectfully, shut the fuck up and don't ever talk reckless to my sister like that again. Respectfully, I'll fuck you up. Niggas think they can say whatever the fuck they want just because they're behind a motherfucking keyboard. We don't play that shit here. We don't do disrespect. And I did say, if you had said this to me in person, I would have smacked you the fuck up. And I meant exactly what I said. If you had said this to me or my sister in person, I would have probably caught a battery charge. I would have decked you in your shit. You could call me all sorts of transphobic that you want, but these hands are rated E for everyone, and guess what, boo-boo? They're gender neutral. So this little thing responds to me with more aggression. And it says at 17:34, 5:34 p.m. Bitch, do I look like I give a shit? I said what I said and meant what I said. So that's disrespect immediately, stating that she was in fact serious, said what she said, and then she tripled down and said, I meant what I said. So, half the time when she goes in, she pops in to go, I never liked this person to begin with, in quotes. I wasn't trying to read that fuck shit today. So, again, bringing up previous behaviors, whether, you know, real or speculated, that clearly drew some ire from this individual. Very clearly drew some ire, and they just never said anything about it. But it seems like all of this ire is really starting to boil over now, and it didn't take much. It didn't take much. Just a simple matching of the energy, checking for disrespectful behavior towards somebody that wasn't talking to you, by the way. Like, it was like the first time she popped in the chat in like what, 3 weeks? She barely goes in the fucking Discord. Like, it's like you it's like you're finished hibernating for winter and that you pop your head above ground for like 2 seconds and some random animal just decks you in your shit. Why? I don't know, because they don't like the way you look with nuts in your mouth. That analogy really went off the rails, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Who said they dropping a diss track? Noah, goddamn. I was wondering who said that shit. But yes, this continues. So collect yourself and fuck out my face. Go make your videos or whatever, cause I'm not the one to be played with today. Test me if you're feeling bold. Well, to which I hastily shot back with a barrage of fuck yous. And I should have taken the action. Could I have pinged the mods? Yes, absolutely. I took that one on the chest. I was like, you know what? Fair. I should have let the mods know and let them do what they gotta do. But I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. And this one in particular just kind of rubbed me the wrong way because the attack was completely unwarranted. Very much so. It was like just getting bitch smacked by somebody you thought was like cool. And nobody in the chat was doing anything. People just talking around us like nothing was going on. So I was like, y'all are some pussy ass niggas. Black women really do have to protect ourselves out here because it's dickless ones like you that'll just pretend that the shit ain't happening. Homegirl really caught a stray in broad daylight and none of you niggas noticed. And none of you niggas checked this bitch. And I'm not talking about the mods. I'm talking about the pussy bitches that were in the chat talking around us like my sister didn't just catch a stray literally out of nowhere. It's niggas like y'all, which is why a black woman has to act crazy in order to defend herself around here. I don't like cursing people out. You think I like being aggressive to people? No, I don't. It's not a side of me that I'm proud of. Because I rep my hood. I grew up in some streets. You know, we had to be tough. And I grew up in an environment where I had to be tough all the time. Because it wasn't just myself I was looking after. I was looking after my little brother. And when you spend your childhood having to defend yourself against a grown man all the time, you start seeing subtle signs of disrespect. It ranged from subtle to painfully obvious, like in public obvious. But I learned to watch for those. I studied dialogue, I studied body language, I studied behavior patterns, specifically to point out disrespectful shit like that. And so at that moment, I didn't just see my sister being attacked, I saw my brother being attacked like that. And I've always been fiercely protective of my brother because I know this may not seem very obvious, but we weren't exactly the most popular kids growing up. We got bullied a lot. And I had to step in and say some unsavory things to defend me and mine. And do I regret them? Hell no. Absolutely not. Because if they had the wherewithal to disrespect us, people that they didn't even know, then that was just karma getting its get back. Like, and the fact that my brother was always caught in the crossfire, it was almost as if they were purposefully using him to hurt me more, using him as like a middleman. I don't mean like trying to turn him against me or anything, but like they were trying to actively make me envy and hate and despise my own brother. And when the world wanted me to do that, I pushed back harder. I'm stubborn. I'm hard-headed. Because I don't submit to people, if that makes any sense. Especially when they're being disrespectful. Because I've had to put up with that my entire childhood. Until I finally gathered the courage to start speaking out. Because me as a person, I deserve to be able to speak out against disrespect. Whether directed towards me or towards somebody that I care about. I don't use the term sister lightly when I'm talking about Nunu. I don't use the words ride or die lightly when I'm talking about Nunu. She is family. And if you disrespect my family, you disrespect me. It's as plain and simple as that. So I took that as a personal slight against me because that's my family. I'm not gonna let you sit up there and disrespect my family like that when nobody did anything to deserve it. Yeah, I cussed you out. Will I do it again? Hell yeah. Did Nunu say what she had to say? Of course she did. I'm not gonna stop her. Why would I do that? She was the one that you attacked. Why would I stop her from getting her get back? Seemingly transphobic or not, which it wasn't. Come on now, that's science. Let's not try and gaslight ourselves. I love trans people. I'll respect your pronouns. But medically, your sex is still whatever you were born with. Gender is a construct created by humans. It is a very recent construct created by humans. So I'm sorry. Forgive me if I'm not one to conform to things just because I'm afraid of the backlash. I'm not going to actively go out and like hate every alphabet mafia person that I see. That's why I call y'all the alphabet mafia. Y'all niggas are scary. All of y'all. Even the lesbians. Y'all some scary motherfuckers. I say it. Y'all scary. I also have a bunch of friends who are in the community, and I myself I dabbled in there once, but I'm not trying to get this live stream age restricted. It is what it is. I like meat. If that makes sense. Oh. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, no, this is the one and only time that I will ever address you like this in this manner. I genuinely wasn't gonna say anything, but too much was on my mind, and there was a lot that was left unsaid that I felt needed to be said. In a like the storm is past, and I'm the one kind of setting the record straight. This is not damage control. This is not PR. This is not HR stepping in and cleaning things up. This is me setting the record straight. You, Asmodeus, are a filthy human being. Your heart is rotted. And I pray that one day you will grow a likable personality. I know you have friends that care about you. No disrespect to the people that are in your circle. I don't care who's in your circle. You're a human being. You're allowed to have friends and they're allowed to be friends with you. I just don't like you. I don't like you. Cause like you really came out the neck at somebody who didn't deserve it. And like everybody in the server was cool with her except for you. Now why is that? Hmm? How is it that out of 50 something people that are active in that server, you were the only one that had some sort of deep-rooted issue with her? When did you start developing these feelings, I wonder? Did they happen over time? Did you always have this? Did you not like her even before she joined the server? Because there was some drama that happened before then, too, and I'm still not changing my stance on that. I don't fuck with predators, bro. Clearly, this animosity existed before. This attack was not random, nor was it in good humor. It was not a joke. This was premeditated. She's been stewing on these feelings for a very long time and finally felt that she had an opportunity to get all of these demons out of her. Because notice how I didn't call her out of her name. I said respectfully, and I called you by name. Yeah, I called your fucking name. I said respectfully, Asmodeus, shut the fuck up. And don't talk to my sister like that again. That makes me a lapdog or what did you say, a wannabe goth pitbull? Then bark, bark, bitch. Bark. Nuck if you buck. And I notice how I'm looking directly at the camera. Ain't no shying away from this one. If you were really about that life, prove it. Because I said what I said. And if given the opportunity to do it all over again, I'll do it the exact same way. Granted, I'll probably at the mods so they can see me cuss you the fuck out, but I'll still cuss you the fuck out. I think what black people need to understand is that, especially our young black people, let me learn y'all something. Y'all done spent too much time on the internet, and y'all gotta realize that there are niggas older than you on this internet space who grew up in a different time. Who grew up in a time where fights were settled face to face, or if you wanted to hide behind a computer, we would find you on Facebook and pull up to your crib. You may settle things on the internet, but if you, in whatever thought process you may be experiencing right now, decide to escalate this further, I'm going to end it. And that's not a threat. This is a reminder that if you fuck around ultimately, you will find out. For your own sake, sweetheart, because I can and will, well, I don't care enough to do it, but I can have that video reported. I can send it directly to YouTube and be like, this is inciting a smear campaign, inciting a hate riot. She called him said some pretty disparaging things in that description there. Clearly there was malicious intent. Inciting others to mass report a video for harassment and bullying. If I'm not mistaken, that's abusing YouTube's guidelines. You could have your channel terminated for that. I'd advise you not to do this again. Don't do this, because it's not good. I know you may have been angry in that moment, but I invite you to use a breath of wisdom when making your next moves. Also, keep my name out your mouth. This wouldn't be happening right now if you hadn't made that video, put it out there publicly, and added me personally. It's the only reason I knew about your little stunt that you pulled. It's because I was notified. For the people that are around her, please do your best to keep this little thing in check, to ensure that she doesn't do anything rash or idiotic or stupid or potentially damaging. Not just to her, but to adjacent parties. Respect, and I will say it again, just in case I didn't get my point across the first 2 times. Asmodeus, respectfully, shut the fuck up. Stop being such a bully. Make steps to be a better person, and don't ping me anymore on YouTube, because I can promise you I will make you regret it. Don't do some stupid shit like this again. It's not worth it. And to the people whose server that happened in, I have no ill will towards any of y'all. We're good. I don't hate none of y'all. Which is why I made a point the other day to say this is not a hate campaign against the creator or their server. I am targeting this person specifically because she is an adult. Granted, a very young adult, but she is still an adult who can make her own decisions. She is not a child. She wanted to talk like a grown-up. I had to match with grown-er energy, and she didn't like that very much. Y'all gotta remember, Jesus was a gangster too. He taught to lead with love, but he also taught to rebuke evil when it shows its face. Jesus pulled up on everybody's block. I even turned it into a shirt. And I quoted the scripture right there. Well, I didn't quote it, but I put the scripture there for y'all to go look it up yourselves. Of course, my headset would start going out. That's fine. I'm about to end this in a second anyways, because I need sleep. Bring back hands across America. This is stupid. This is so dumb. Like, come on now. I was literally just roasting Shizzy and Screw for their dumb internet beef, only to get caught in some more dumb internet beef. Like, what the fuck? This is dumb. Why are we doing this? Like, it's better for everybody if you just put a sock in it. Respectfully. Here, I'm gonna use your own terminology. Stop posting videos. Mind your business. God bless you. So, in other news, that name that you see that you called me, I'm gonna put it to good use. Cause there's no way I could let a gem like that go by unused. That's part of the brand now, baby. You just inspired me in the best way. And I humbly thank you for that. It's so hard as I would consider myself a muse. I feel like I inspire people, or at least I try to. It's hard to inspire myself. It's hard to find inspiration in things. And so this was that breath of inspiration that I needed. So thank you, Asmo. I will be utilizing this to the best of its ability. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start drawing up concepts right now. It's over, chick. I'm not gonna go as far as to say I won because it wasn't a competition, and I'm not an incel. I don't talk like a fucking cringy ass Discord moderator. Um, but yeah, no, sorry, I don't I don't like bullies. I don't. And Nunu was being like intentionally disrespectful to you. She didn't even realize that you were like weren't trans or whatever. Or, I don't know what you're like non-binary or something like that. I don't know. That's the only thing that I bothered to remember because y'all lose your absolute shit if you get misgendered. So, but yeah, it's being turned into a brand. You've inspired me with your buffoonery. So I thank you. And I thank you guys in the chat for sitting and listening to this drama because that's what it is. It's fucking drama. And people out there, I put out a statement on my Discord a while back because I ended up distancing myself from that server just because I would be tempted to cuss her out again just out of spite because once I turn that switch on, it's very hard to turn it off. I can turn into a very evil bitch if I need to. Especially if you're coming after me and my family. Oh yeah, no, it's up. So I that was for her sake, not mine. So consider yourself lucky because I think I would have actually gotten kicked out of that server. I 1000% know that I would have said something heinous and it would have gotten me kicked out of the server. Oh, and like I don't even care that I was timed out as well. Uh it was what was it like barely an hour, something like that. But it was one thing that kind of sat with me and it was like they said it's only fair that they time me out as well. Which on the one hand, I get it. I I cussed her out. Sure did. In public. But on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's I don't know. It kind of felt like getting suspended for defending your sibling against bullies because you punched one of those little fuckers in the face and you get suspended along with the ones who did it. That's what it felt like to me. Um and you know what? I'm used to it. It's happened to me before. I took it on the chin. Did I feel ashamed of what I did? Hell no. No shame in my game, sweetheart. And for the record, you call people transphobes. Nunu stated multiple times that one of her brothers was trans. And even he acknowledges that, I may, go around identifying as a woman. I know biologically I'm not. That's everybody goes into that with that knowledge. Even the people who get the surgery know that they're still biologically a male. Like they can't get the prostate taken out because it's directly connected to the yeah the booty. Like they still have to go in for prostate exams. They still pass kidney stones. They still have to worry about prostate cancer. I don't know if they remove the Adam's apple or what, but they still have an Adam's apple in some cases. They have the larger muscle build because that's just how men are. They're just biologically bigger than women. In even the small ones, you could still kind of tell because they're very stocky. The At the end of the day, I go with science. I go with what was taught to me in schools. Was that there's men and there's women. It is what it is. Doesn't mean that I hate trans people or that I would like lead an entire hate campaign against trans people and the other fucking semicolon ampersand percentage symbols of the goddamn LGB that y'all added on over time. Like genuinely I don't understand. I feel like I'm not gonna go into that because I don't agree with it, but that's just me. That's just how it was raised. Science exists, y'all. This isn't, it's not fantasy. We can look on a microscopic level and see our own. I mean, whatever. Y'all can keep it up, I guess. And when it's repeat aggressors in that community that are constantly lashing out at other people who don't deserve it and act completely psychotic and vitriolic and start doing off the wall shit like threatening with violence, death threats, threatening people's families, and y'all wonder why we say that a large portion of the trans population are narcissists. Because they are. They expect everybody to treat them like a special little snowflake just because they happen to be different. And when you regard them as everybody else because they're a person, that's the whole reason why the LGBT people were fighting, was to be equal to everybody, not better than and not beneath like they were before. Equal on the same footing. Y'all don't want equality. Y'all want special fucking treatment. Y'all want special bathrooms. Y'all want special pronouns that utilize every single goddamn letter in the alphabet. You go batshit crazy when people don't when they don't identify you by the correct pronoun, even though you never fucking tell people what your pronouns are. You just expect people to be able to look at you and figure out what the fuck you are. That's not how this works. This isn't a fucking guess my gender game. This is real fucking life. You're either a male or you're a female, or you're a trans male or a trans female. That's what the T in LGBT is for. The ones who genuinely just didn't feel like their sex was the correct sex. The body dysmorphia. It exists it exists everywhere. It just takes on multiple forms, y'all. Eating disorders are a form of body dysmorphia. Like binge eating, anorexia, bulimia, those are all offshoots of body dysmorphia. It's you genuinely don't like what you see in the mirror. So much so that you go out of your way to change it. People who get a lot of cosmetic surgery suffer from body dysmorphia. They physically hate what they're seeing in the mirror. They hate their bodies. It's a mental condition, y'all. Body dysmorphia is a mental illness. Am I saying trans is an illness? No, I'm saying it stems from one. And that's fine. Lots of people have mental illness. Fucking ADHD, autism, bipolar disorder, paranoid schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder. And notice how it's not any of the older people that are whining and bitching and complaining like this. It's all the young people that didn't go through anything. They didn't go through anything that their parents and their grandparents went through in order to be who they were meant to be. because they were just a little different from everybody else, because they happen to like the same sex. Y'all didn't go through any of that shit. The most y'all went through was getting names called in high school because maybe you wore makeup as a guy, or maybe you dressed like a dude as a chick. In fact, y'all were welcomed pretty easily by the rest of the community. Even when you guys got violent and nasty and hateful and just unpleasant altogether, we still welcomed you. We still added all them letters and all them fucking special characters at the end of the LGBT. We even changed the flag 1, 2, 3 goddamn times to accommodate you narcissistic fucks. And yet, y'all are still not satisfied. Now, if y'all are still just angry as fuck all the time and you don't like it when people misgender you, like, it's just a simple thing. It's like, oh, my pronouns are whatever the fuck. And they're like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, cool. My bad. And then you leave it at that. But no, y'all will sit there and y'all will insult this person and berate them and comment on and scream at them and threaten their families and wish death upon them, all because they messed up a fucking pronoun? Are we being so for real? That's worthy of a crash out? So much so to where where this person either is actively afraid of you or like wants to hit you because you're being so fucking unpleasant? It's not worth the crash out. If people have a different opinion than you, oh fucking well, it's America. We have the right to have a different opinion. We may not always agree on those opinions, but it doesn't mean that we can't have them. And just because we have them, it doesn't make us transphobic. Because if y'all don't understand what transphobic is, it is literally the fear of trans people. There are people who are actively repulsed by trans people. So much so to where they actively seek them out online to bully them. This is not what we did. That's not what she did either. She specifically returned fire and doubled down because she's a crash out. And I'm not even saying that in an insulting way. Because like I said, you need that friend who's the crash out to really drill the message in to get these bitches to back the fuck off. Because if not, they will continue to test you and push and press and poke the bear. Sometimes that bear, you just need to let that motherfucker go crazy. Because you done disturbed its rest, you kept poking it, you were talking shit, and then you went in and stabbed it with a stick, you kicked it, then you went and kicked its baby. And you wondering why you're getting mauled to death on the internet. Let's be so for real here. The throwing rocks and hiding hands is what is why I was compelled to speak on this. You were the one that took the first shot, sweetheart. Come on now. You kept saying you were on the phone with your mom. Did your mom teach you how to talk to people without coming across like a fucking bitch? Did she teach you how to respect your elders, even if they're online? Clearly not. Because we wouldn't be in this situation if she did. And notice, I'm still keeping eye contact with the camera. Because if you are watching this, I hope you are. Mwah, love you. From the Goth Pitbull. Thank you. But, yeah, no. I don't condone that behavior. And I'm a grown-ass woman. I can do whatever the fuck I want. What, you think you think I was afraid to cuss you out in front of everybody? No, not at all. You think I'm afraid of you? Cause you were really puffing your little lack of chest out there. You were really puffing your chest out there, boo boo. That's why when I saw this stupid ass video you made, I started smiling. I was laughing because that's how unbothered I am. That's how unserious it was. I was just like, oh wow, you really just like, you really just went there. You just full steam ahead with the disrespect, huh? You just went in guns blazing. I don't know if she acted on her own accord. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and treat her like the adult that she tries to act like, and say that she did this of her own accord, and this was not and this was not greenlit by other people. I think she did this on her own, cause it matches. It's not surprising. Was I surprised to see it? No. Was I disappointed? A little bit, because disappointment implies that I expected something better, which I didn't. This was expected behavior, from what I had been seeing. So it is what it is. If she did have help, she probably didn't go into the specifics of what it was. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I'm not one to sit and accuse people of shit that they had no part of. And she did take the video down, so she was probably instructed to take that shit down. They probably got on her ass about that. I hope they did, because I wasn't putting out a video about it. I was just sitting in the live, letting my sister crash out because it was warranted. She was very hurt by it, actually, because she did nothing to you to deserve that type of treatment. And like I said before, how is it that out of several people in that server, you were the only one that had a very loud, very vocal, and very public issue with her as a person? I'm not a psychiatrist, but I'll read you like one. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, therapy taught me how to open up. It also taught me I don't give a fuck. I don't. If you're feeling bold. That's fucking cute. Oh, the little chihuahua thinks that her bite is bigger than her bark. It's fucking precious. I happen to have pretty strong calf muscles, so all I had to do was kick the little ankle biter on into the. Yeah. And I'm gonna move on with my life like this never happened, because that's how little I care about you. But shout out to Nunu Nation. Shout out to my sister. Love her to death. That's my ride or die. Love you to hell and back. Like I said, the shovel is in the car, and the trash bags. Like I said, ride or die. We went to court. We did our court thing. We did our little court thing. We're good. But like, if you call me and you're like, we gotta pull up on somebody that's threatening you or the boys, I'm sorry. I'm already on the plane. I'm headed to Texas right now. I'm already halfway there. I was halfway there yesterday. When and where? Give me coordinates, bitch. As I'm just. But you see that, Asmo, that is what we call a joke. That was a joke. That was very humorous. You know, people can understand tone. They knew I wasn't being serious. But that still fucking kills me that you really tried to convince them that you were joking. That's hilarious. Like, just blatant insulting of people's normal basic human instincts. Just, I don't know, but you grew up on the internet. You're like 12, so you don't know anything. What's good, Miss Mama? Child, it's my first time here and it's been hella juicy. Look, I had to get messy for a second. I had to get a little messy. Just cuz I don't tolerate disrespect. Like my sister, we were literally in our own we were doing our test run for our podcast. We are doing a podcast. It's going to be called The Terrible Twos. And it's going to be me and Nunu talking about everything, hip hop news, drama, this whole CPAP and Papusue. Papusiwe. I think I said it right. Hopefully, I said it right, Nunu. But we talk about everything, and this is no holds barred. Just two black women from two opposite sides, damn near of the country, chopping it up. And we're gonna be on Patreon. I identify as a capybara. Wildflower, I'm you know what? Sure, do whatever you want. That's why I don't judge people, because it's literally written in the scripture, let he that is without sin cast the first stone. Now, if somebody is being blatantly stupid and disrespectful, yes, I'm going to talk about it to educate other people on what not to do. Don't be like this person. Don't do this. Don't sleep with married men and then parade them out in public and get mad when people don't like it. Like stuff like that. Stuff that I personally wouldn't do. But I might be going live again later because I got some news to cover. Because child Britney Spears is back in the news, y'all, and it's not good. They said she was found screaming in a restaurant wielding a knife. So I will be getting into that a little later, probably in like the next couple hours. So stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna hop off of here and get myself something to eat because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since yesterday. Well, no, technically today because I went on my break at 2. So last time I heard of Britney, she was knife dancing. Yeah, well, now she's knife dancing, but dancing with brandishing a knife. So that's going to be very interesting. But thank you guys so much for coming and listening and showing your support. I love each and every one of you. I identify as God's children. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Amen to that. Because I am one of God's children. Okay? They say many are called, but few are chosen. So I'm trying to be one of the ones that's, trying to spread positive messages around here and educate the youth and the masses. See, we could bring something educational out of this. Cause watch me work my magic here. Cause the DC school systems did not fuck around back then. And now I don't know. I can't speak for it right now, but I know back then that they really wasn't letting none of these little nigglets get left behind. They really was not trying to have these niggas get left behind. It was no child left behind. They were dragging your ass through there, and you had to have at least a B. Otherwise, they would actually leave your ass behind. But they made damn sure that we were educated. Yeah, we were reading at levels 5 times what we were already in. Like, it was stupid. I was reading at a high school level by the time I hit 5th grade. And that, I just love to read. So, I haven't touched a book in a while just because I'm always on the internet. I have ebooks. So, yes, they don't care. And shout out to the Rough Riders, like Nunu said. Shout out to the Rough Riders, because that's what I'm calling y'all. That's what y'all are. We're the in honor of the late great DMX. I am calling you guys the Rough Riders. Schooling was awesome. Yes, man. I'm about to get away from my point. youngins out there on the internet, if you think that you can talk to anybody any kind of way just because you're behind a computer and you feel like that gives you the right to say whatever is the first thing that comes to mind, don't do that. That's not a good idea. That's how you piss people off. And people on the internet are crazy. People on the internet are insane. They will come to your house. They can find your IP address. They will track you down. So please be respectful to people on the internet, okay? Do not go out of your way to be an asshole. Because people, unfortunately, are finding out the hard way. They can track your goddamn IP address. They can find it through your Discord account. There are people out there that know how to do this shit. And you will never know if you're talking to one or if you're talking to somebody who knows somebody who could do that for them, who's willing to do it. The internet is literally the Wild West. Everything and anything can and will happen on the internet. So y'all be respectful to people on the internet, and your shit will last a very, very long time. Just be a good person. Be a decent human being. Just don't go online shooting shots at people and being rude. Like, there's a little too much audacity floating around the internet. I'm gonna need y'all young motherfuckers to kind of dial it back a little bit. Dial back the audacity. Because y'all are talking to people who couldn't even use a fraction of that audacity. Because if we did, we were getting smacked into next Tuesday. Oh, hold on. My damn headset died. Can't hear anything. I don't think my microphone went out, so we're good. Hey, Keisha, welcome. I'm educating the youngins on the internet today. Because, one of them decided to act a little bold. So, I had to educate. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. I teach and I educate. I spread the gift of knowledge. Don't come sideways at people on the internet. Just be respectful, man. That's all I ask. That's all that we can ask for on this social media space. Because after COVID, a lot of y'all have gotten way too comfortable saying whatever the hell you want without fear of consequences. And that's got to change. That can't happen. Just as you wouldn't, randomly insult somebody in public, don't do it online. Because your anonymity is not as anonymous as you may think. And that's where I'm closing. But to all the people that hopped in to sip the tea, thank you. If y'all want to sip more tea, Nunu may be going live later. I know I'm going live later, but it's for something a little different. But she's the real internet auntie. So we go to auntie's house when we want the good news, the juicy shit, because she keeps her ears to the screets. I keep my ears to these music screets. She keeps her ears to the screets. So she's got all the hottest news, the latest tea, all of that. Also, let me put our Discords so you can join them. Because we both have a Discord. I'm gonna say Nixus J G. Okay. Alright. Literally not letting me type, but whatever. J Discord. That's mine. And then let me put Nunu's Discord in there. And for members, you guys get exclusive access. You get early access to everything we put out. Like I just released a video about Mr. George Clinton. The one of, like, I would argue the god of funk. Headliner of the band Parliament Funkadelic. he had some very positive he had some very positive things to say about Mr. Kendrick Lamar. So I went into that. That will be going public at midnight for all of you guys. Setting up right now. See, we work like clockwork. We are the yin, truly the yin and yang. Let me make sure that's a different link. Okay, it is. So those are our Discords. If you want to hop in, just make sure that you verify yourself so that you can be a part of the server. You know, and we're getting a little more active. My server's growing by the day. I'm still a very small channel, but I like to bring substance. I like to bring stuff of substance to my channel, you know? I don't like just putting out bullshit. You know, and I value authenticity over being performative. You know, like I can have fun and go crazy when I like react to music and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's about the music. It's what I love to do, and I want to get to the point where this can be my main grind, and I can put out amazing content and elevate my game for you guys. So I'm really hoping that I get there, because ain't no other way but up. Yeah. That's what brought me here, your authenticity. Oh, thank you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I don't know if Nunu's going live, but I'm gonna definitely be in the chat, talking with her and laughing with y'all. So you also get real-time notifications for when we go live and when we post. Somebody followed. Oh, Nunu, you sent Jules. Thank you. Thank you for the gold coin and the floating heart. Oh, you sending me flowers too? Look. Yes. Yeah, I heard about your fight, Noah. I was there. I saw it all. I saw it. And I also saw where you said you gave her a foot massage as an apology. I agree with Nunu. That was the correct decision. What? Again? Goddamn. You subbed? Oh, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Let me make sure I get this name right. Ms. Mama Mia Virgo. I think I did it. I can read. But yes, I am a black woman. Hip hop music is my lifeline. That is my bloodline. I come from a long family of musicians. My grandmother, my late grandmother, sorry, on my mom's side was a bass guitarist, and she was a very good bass guitarist, and she had her own band. They performed on TV a couple times. She got to go to, I think, not the White House, but somewhere. She got to meet Condoleezza Rice and the president at the time. I can't remember who it was. I haven't taken American history in over 10 years, y'all. Please excuse my lack of knowing our history. But yeah, my dad's multi-talented. My mom's multi-talented. My brother is an aspiring musician, and he is getting there. He is really shooting up through the ranks, and I want him to succeed. I think that was Bush. I think it was too. Now that you're mentioning it, I'm pretty sure that was Bush. Junior? Junior. Yeah, that was Bush Jr. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember there's two. There's two. There's Bush Sr. and Bush. Yeah, I think it was W. George W. Oh yeah, I got a lot of friends from Keto's channel because of a video I made a long time ago about a certain person sending out C&Ds and getting Keto all worked up and anxious and scared and fearing for his life, him begging his damn AI not to let him go to prison and shit. But yeah, he is a mess. I love me some Keto, man. It's all love. So when we stick up for our own, because like I said, I don't like bullies. And I was a lot more calm and respectful in that video. It's on my channel. It's like almost an hour long, something like that. And I know there's fish tank ambience in the background. I'm sorry for all the people who don't like it. For the weird ADHD people like me, that it'll probably be soothing to you as I talk and read this bitch to filth. But I will treat her like Voldemort and be she who shall not be named. Don't you say her name, Noah. Don't you invoke that evil. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't have time to deal with that shit. Okay? My channel has been monetized for a little while. I've been doing a little good. I've been doing good for myself. Okay? I'm not trying to fuck it up. Alright? Loose lips sink ships. We're not talking about she who shall not be named. But it's fuck her. Nasty bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. I just getting mean. Let me stop. Cause let me be nice. Let me be nice. I was taught if you didn't have anything nice to say to somebody, don't say anything at all. Unfortunately, that's a pussy white girl's solution out of everything. I had to remember that I'm black, and if somebody gnashes their teeth at me, I have the right to gnash back. It's just science. Don't I need sleep? Yeah. I can't even say I don't, because, well, I'm trying to think. I slept a good old long time yesterday. I slept all day because I knew I had to work and I knew I was going to be tired. So I slept the entire day from 7 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. I fucking hibernated, yo. That's how stressed out these people had me at work. I had to stress sleep, man. 12-hour nap. The diss tracks are, what did we call ourselves? Petty souls? Yeah, I needed it, because trying to balance this on top of my life and on top of my job is just, it's a lot, but I'm managing it. And I want to get it to the point where all I can focus on, helping out my mom with her financial stuff and doing YouTube full time. And I know it's possible. And also you don't see a lot of women, especially in the hip hop, even like the reactor scene. You don't see a lot of black women, not that the ones that are very popular that garner a lot of respect. They're mostly commentary news channels. You don't see too many women reacting to hip hop and actually like giving valuable input. So I want to bring an audience, people who are like, yes, I love hip hop. Yes, I have a vagina. Yes, it is okay. Like, we exist out here, y'all. And yes, I'm goth. I'm a weirdo, okay? I'm a little freak, y'all. I'm sorry. I blame the NyQuil. Only a few y'all will get that, but I'll explain it in another video. I'll explain it again another time, but blame the NyQuil. But thank you to each and every single one of you guys who joined, who subscribed to the channel. You guys are really awesome. I'm going to go and take 5 and rethink my life and refill up on my water too, because my cup is empty. And you'll probably see me again later on. So thank you to everybody who showed up. For my people that are watching at home, as always, I've been Nixus, and I will catch y'all in the next live stream. See ya.